To say the Yankees' Monday night loss to the Orioles was a disappointment would be an understatement, and with that game in the rearview mirror, it only meant they would need to bounce back on Tuesday in a big way, and they did just that. You can't really ask for a better outcome than this, a 13-1 victory, considering the bad news coming into it. On Monday, Aaron Boone announced that last night's scheduled starter Garrett Cole tested positive for COVID-19, and in a radio interview before the game, Brian Cashman shared that Jordan Montgomery faced that same fate. With the Yankees' rotation in shambles, really, Nestor Cortes was expected to get the start until Luis Gil got the call-up instead. He made his major league debut and didn't look phased from the start, and that was really the most impressive thing about it. He came out with an aggressive mindset, attacking the Orioles and working through the order with ease. That's what stood out most to Boone, too, or more specifically, strike one, and the inclusion of his secondary pitches like the changeup alongside his fastball slider duo. And there was really only one moment where the Orioles got to him. There was a pair of two-out singles on the bottom of the fourth, but he bounced back, making short work of the next two innings for a final line of 4 hits, no runs, and 6 Ks after 88 pitches and 6 innings of work, well deserving of his first career win. And he becomes just the 6th Yankee to pitch at least 6 scoreless innings in his MLB debut. And unlike Monday, the Yankees offense came ready to play too. Bottom of the second, Gary Sanchez hit a single and Torres drove him home with an RBI double. That theme then carried into a monstrous third inning in which the Yankees laced 5 hits and scored 5 runs. Greg Allen was hit by a pitch. LeMahieu scored him with a double. Anthony Rizzo singled as he continues this just torrid stretch, batting .438 since donning the pinstripes. A wild error where a throw from the outfield hits second base, allows the runners to move around one more time, and LeMahieu comes home. From there, just more hits keep on coming. Aaron Judge singles to put runners on the corners, and then Stanton grabs his first RBI of the night with a single. Gary Sanchez doubles again to score Judge from second, sends Stanton to third. Out went the O's starter Alexander Wells, and in came Stanton as he crossed the plate with a Torres sacrifice fly. A lot happened there, and it was the type of explosive inning the Yankees really haven't had enough of this year, and it put this game pretty much well out of reach at that point at 6-0. However, even then, a lot of fans likely weren't confident just yet, considering the meltdowns there's been this year. So Stanton goes ahead, quells those fears with a home run into right 1 inning later for 3 of his 4 RBIs on the night. He went 2 for 5 after coming into this one just 2 for his last 19, so something good there for Yankee fans. And he really made the Orioles pay for a mishap that left 2 outfielders staring at a routine fly ball, and from LeMahieu as they watched that one hit the grass, so miscommunication there, and they paid for it. Yankees weren't done after that. Steven Ridings relieved Gil. He, too, made his MLB debut, looked great during it, throwing a trio of strikeouts in the 7th. The last of those callouts, Brady Corner, entered in the 8th, allowed a run that was fairly inconsequential, but he settled down from there to close this one out. Yankees then, they added 4 more to the scoreboard because why not? 2 singles led it off, and after stepping in for LeMahieu, Tyler Wade doubled down the right field line to score them both. And then Judge put the stamp on this one, a home run into right, his 22nd of the season. Some other news and notes. Last night, a cat was on the field. Tonight, another fan ran on the field. And then a snazzy double play finished things off with a final score, 13-1 in favor of the Yankees, the most runs they've scored in a game this season. A big reason for that, just 3 left on base and 7 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Now the question becomes where the Yankees go from here. Taillon will shift up to the 8th spot for the time being, and we'll likely see Cortes and Heaney this weekend against Seattle. But beyond that, Boone calls this a fluid situation. After last night, I'd expect Gil to stay around, and Luis Severino is starting a rehab assignment down at Double-A, though Aaron Boone made it very clear that he would not be accelerated considering the current situation. All things considered, as challenging as things may be, this feels like another one of those times where the Yankees may come to learn a little bit more about themselves, as they did during that last COVID-19 scare. It'll take a full team effort to move past this, especially from the offense tonight. They met the task as each name in the lineup picked up at least 1 hit, aside from Joey Gallo. And if another one of these setbacks had to come, now would probably be the best time for it, as they sit in a relatively easy portion of the playoff push with a good chance to make up some ground. Last night was a rare, easygoing way of doing it, something fans will appreciate. And they'll look to do the same tomorrow night, or tonight, I should say, behind the reigning AL pitcher of the month, Jameson Taillon. But for now, reporting on the Yankees, I'm Alex Wolz, WFUV Sports.